So I finally got tomatoes going ripe as well, which is really cool. I picked quite a few. You've probably seen them in my videos. The yellow tomatoes, they're doing okay, but they're not as prolific as they were last year. I'm getting the odd one. I'll just reach down here and get one for you. There we go. I'm getting the odd one, and they're very tasty. But last year I had loads. So this year I only grew maybe 4 bushes because I thought I'm going to get so many. Last year I was giving them away. This year not so much. But this year my beefy Italian tomatoes, they're doing really well. To the point where I've actually got to the point now at home where I'm consciously eating tomatoes to make sure I don't waste any. Which is a good place to be really, because obviously they're really good for you for vitamin C and everything else, and B vitamins and everything, so you can never really eat too many tomatoes. But obviously being away has kind of ruined my growing structure, because things have started to fall over, and I wasn't expecting my father-in-law to do any of this because obviously it's not his job, but it's my poor planning. I should have staked them back better before I went away for a week, because when I'm here I can manage it. Don't mind them so much because they're propped up by the step ladders. That's cool. I have some tomatoes down here, but these big Italian beef tomatoes, and that's some weight in there, that really is. I mean, I haven't got small hands. It's a good sized tomato, that. They're really tasty, and I've been picked just once all the green's gone. I don't know if you can see the green stripe there. Once I can't see any more green, I've been picking them, taking them home and putting them on the windowsill and ripening at home, and then they're ready for when I want them. But I need to chop off all the foliage, and I need to start pinching the tops out of some of these, because August is almost finished now. We're on the 20th, 21st of August today, so I need things to start ripening rather than growing, because obviously in the UK we don't really get warm winters, so I need to make sure that I'm going to get a decent tomato harvest. So all of these top shoots now, even if they've got flowers on, are going to start to go. Ugh, could have done that better, Ross. So I don't want any more growth. I really don't want any more growth. But I need to come down when I've got a bit more time actually. So it'll probably be a job for tomorrow. Hi folks, how are you doing? So today I'm going to sort my tomatoes out. And by that I mean I'm going to take away pretty much all of the foliage, and I'm going to take away all these growing tops, even the ones that have a few flowers on, because we're at the end of August now. It's August bank holiday weekend this weekend in the UK. We normally can have what they call an Indian summer, where we can have, you know, a September that's pretty warm, and I think that's forecast. But I don't really want any more new growth on my tomatoes. I especially don't want any of these side shoots coming through now for the bush, even the bush tomatoes. I want it all to go. The fruit I've got here almost fell over. The fruit I've got here is what I want to ripen now, and I don't really want any more to set on the big tomatoes. And as for the little tomatoes, the flowers that I've got now, that's all I'm going to keep. Anything new, any new shoots like this are all going to come off, because I don't want any more flowers. I want the tomatoes that are on the bush now to go yellow, because they're yellow tomatoes, and I want these flowers to develop into fruit for maybe September, October. But I want no more new tomatoes now, because there just isn't enough time in the year to do it. I know if you've got a polytunnel or a heated greenhouse, you can probably push this on a little bit longer, but I haven't. I've just got a bog standard greenhouse. You know, it's not airtight. It gets cold at night quickly, so really and truthfully I've got to do my best to get what I've got now ripe. So I will show you what I'm going to do. So as you can see, I have a lot of foliage, I'm not going to film myself doing this, because you should all know what you do. You're cutting off these ones here, and I'll show you what it looks like after I've finished.
Dad,
what?
the chicken just jumped.
Jumped, did it, to get the food? So there we have it. I still need to take a few more off, but I want to see how these set first. See if we get anything on them. If we do, that's fine. As you can see, a lot of the tomatoes have been thinned out now. Basically just to get airflow, get sunlight on them. Just be ruthless, really. Just be absolutely ruthless. See, they've started to set there. So these should do soon. So I'm quite happy with. Try to make sure that none of the tomatoes are on the floor, even though that they've flopped over. The sheer weight of these tomatoes, they're so big, it's just pulling them down, and it was my fault. I should have built a better cage for them, but I didn't. But as long as they're off the floor, they'll be perfectly fine. And that's how much foliage we've cut away. As you can see, probably half of the foliage is all gone. Just be ruthless, people. And the tomatoes are doing well, as you can see. I mean, I haven't got small hands, as I've said before. That's, you know, they're like tennis ball sort of size tomatoes. Well, that's had a bit of a nibble to it, but we can cut around that, that's fine. But these are absolutely beautiful. Big Italian beef eating tomatoes. And then these ones are Money Maker. Oddly, the Money Maker haven't done as well as they normally do. But still getting a feed off them, that's all that counts. And now these little yellows are becoming ripe. That should keep me in tomatoes way into the end of September, maybe October. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy indeed. Ho ho! What's that, Oliver? What is it? What is it? What's that? Is it a big rump steak? You're just watching the steak. Are you watching it cook? Yes, you are. Oh, what is it? Yes. How much do you want the steak? Do you want the steak a lot? Yes. Yes, you do. But that's hot, and it's cooking, isn't it? Can you smell that steak? Can you smell it?